Patiently. So I take like 10 years to write anything. But I started writing this song like, I don't know, 5 years ago with Prince Board. He's the keyboard player in the Black Eyed Peas. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Black Eyed Peas, they used to be really cool, and then they wrote the worst pop song of all time called My Humps. Do you know how hard it is to be friends with somebody who wrote the worst pop song of all time? That's like the fucking Chumbawamba bullshit. And I gotta tell you, like that was all Will shit, and like Taboo and Apple have turned into complete alcoholics because of that song. Like every night before that song, they get fucking wasted because they're like, humps, humps. That's their part. That's their only part. My humps. And their guitar player, George, he's a really good friend of mine, and I always call him and I'm like, so, what's it like playing humps every fucking night, buddy? For like 5 years. You guys are gonna be on the road forever. My lovely lady lumps. That's the worst shit. Actually, you know what? I thought it was the worst pop song of all time. I hate to talk shit about people, but that's a fucking lie. I love to talk shit about people. So, I'm totally a fucking queen trapped in a woman's body. But So I thought Humps was the worst song of all time until I heard the full version of You're Beautiful by that asshole, that pale fucking British guy. Have you guys heard that shit? You're beautiful! You're beautiful! And then I was trapped in a cab. I'd only ever heard the chorus, and I was like trapped in a cab on the way home from Ralph's, like from the grocery store, and actually had to listen to the first verse, and it was the worst piece of shit I ever heard in my life. And I was like, Humps isn't so bad. My humps, my lovely lady lumps. I'd rather hear Humps than that fucking piece of shit. I'm so sorry, and I hope this ends up on the internet. If anyone cares. What the fuck? My friend has a t-shirt. Jay and our friend has a t-shirt. He's an A&R guy. It has a t-shirt that says, "Your shitty band is killing music." And that's how I feel about that guy. What's his name? Yeah, fuck that guy. You're beautiful. Shut up. You know what I hate? I hate when men have like the most blatant attempt to get pussy, but they act like it's not a blatant attempt to get pussy. Like I know everybody loves Dead Prez, and I respect them, but remember they came out with that song Mind Sex, like, girl, I just love your mind. And I was like, you gonna fuck me. Mind sex. You're trying to fuck me. Just say it. Okay, and I'm rambling. Awesome. Can you hear me? Is this on? Tough crowd. No! I'm gonna play this song that Prince and I wrote. Not Prince, like not that guy. Although, I keep hitting my teeth on it. But I have to tell you, I did meet Prince recently. Well, I met him before, but I was fucking wasted, so I don't remember. But I met him again, and I was drunk again, but like, I remember it. But he put Musical Revolution, he put the video for Musical Revolution on his website. And I was like, so when I was at this club, do you guys know who Mr. Bentley is? Yeah, oh, he's amazing. He's amazing. So I was supposed to record with him one night, and he said, well, come meet me at this bar and then we'll meet up with the engineer and we'll go and record. And of course, he fucking has me like meet him at the Roosevelt Hotel, and it's super Hollywood, and I'm wearing my Uggs. Like I couldn't be more like my mucklucks, and like I couldn't be more Canadian. I was wearing like fur boots and shit. And I took them off in the club, and we get to the club, and the waitress says, she's like, Prince is coming tonight, so just so you know. And of course, like as soon as I hear like, you sexy motherfucker, we know he's here, because Prince is that guy that's like, the minute he gets there, people play his shit, or he demands it, I don't know. So as soon as I hear the Prince song, I'm like, oh my God, Prince is here, and I'm drunk. And I'm like, and he's like super Jehovah's Witness, and I don't want to be an asshole. Like I know I'm wasted, and I don't want to like talk to him while I'm wasted. Talk to him while I'm wasted, but like he's over at this table in the corner, and I'm at this bar that I would never normally go to. It's super Hollywood, and like Ashley Olsen is there in the bathroom, and like Lindsay Lohan is there, and it's super Hollywood. So Prince is in the corner, and I go over to the corner to his bouncer, which is so weird because you'd think Prince would be like some huge dude, but it was like a tiny Mexican dude who was his bouncer. And I'm like, yo quiero Prince. No. So I'm like, yeah, I'm totally racist. So I'm like, I bend down like this. I'm like, hi. Prince put my video on his website, and I just want to say hello and thank you. And could you tell him I'm here? My name is Esthero. It's like Esther with an O, like E-S-T-H-E-R-O, not Daryl, not Sarah. Esthero. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, I'm not a dude. I'm not a T-girl. It's not. I'm not Mexican. So that's the only thing. Living in California now, my name is esthero. Everybody assumes I'm masculine. They're like, Estera. So then I'm like, so then right when I'm talking to his bouncer, Prince sees me and he's all like, oh, Estera. Not really. But he's like, so he says, he's like whatever. He's like, hey, come here. And he hugs me. And I come into his like little section, and I'm standing with him, and it's just me, him, and his DJ, this girl, DJ Rashida, who is like so fucking gorgeous, this amazing woman. And Prince, the first thing he says to me is, they won't let Rashida do a set. And I was like, okay, whatever. So he's like, Rashida's my DJ. They're not gonna let her play. So, is this on film? Fuck. I always feel like he's watching me. I'm so scared to talk about it. So then he says, this is amazing. So I just gotten off tour with John Legend, and while I was on tour with John Legend, I was completely afraid to do Musical Revolution, because I'd lost faith in my record label, and I'd lost faith in myself, and I didn't believe in it anymore, and I felt like I couldn't sing it. And on the very last night of the tour, I sang it, and I had an amazing time, but then I started crying, because I was like, why would God give me the courage to say something like this, but not the vehicle by which to spread the message? And I was really confused, but I felt like, fuck, if there's anybody I can talk to about this shit, it's Prince. So I say to Prince, I'm like, what was it about this song that made you want to support me? Was it the Ashanti lyric? Was it the R. Kelly shit? Was it the Britney shit? What was it? And Prince said, he grabbed my arm, and he looked me dead in the face, and he said, it was amazing. So he said, no, it wasn't your lyrics at all. I just heard the urgency in your voice, and I couldn't deny you. Wow. And I was like, oh my God. That's what's up. Like, that was the compliment because so many people wanted to talk about the cattiness and the bullshit and the whatever. So many people missed the point of that song, but he got it. He got that it was a battle cry, it was a war cry, and he got it, and he heard the urgency, and he said it. And so, pirates! We got some pirates here tonight. So he says, is that rainy? So then he says, like, but this is the best part. So then I give him a compliment on one of his songs. Well, first I ask him about, because the first time I met him I was really nervous, and my bass player was super wasted and kept like saying shit to him, like he kept putting his arm around Prince and being like, isn't she fucking amazing? She's fucking beautiful, don't you love her? And so I was like, oh my god, Prince fucking hates me. So I felt like a little bit redeemed, but then so then I say to it, it's almost over. I'm sorry. So then I tell him about he has this song, I don't know if you guys have the Crystal Ball record, but he has this yeah, that's how many Prince fans have left the world. So he has a song on like a B-side called The Truth called Don't Play Me. And he says, don't play me, I'm over 30 and I don't smoke weed. I'm putting my ass away and the music I play, I'm not the type of stereo you're trying to feed, so don't play me. Don't play me, I already do in my car. And he says, he talks about, don't you know that fame is a light that comes from the God and joy you get to say his name, so don't play me. And it's really a religious turning point for Prince. But to me, when I hear that song, that was the first time, and I've grown up my whole life listening to Prince, that particular song, I feel like, there you are. There you are. That's you. That's you. That's your spirit. That's who you are. And I had to tell him that, because the first time I met him, I was so nervous that I couldn't tell him that. And so this time I met him on a peer level, because he used to be signed to Warner Records, as you all know, and I'm signed to Warner Brothers now, or as we like to call it, Warren a Brother. Records. Warner Sister. Records. And I was talking to him about, what do I do? What do I do in this situation? And so I talked to him about that song, and I said, you know what, that song is the first time that I really feel like, as much as you put up all of this work, and Around the World in a Day, and Purple Rain, and all this shit, that's the first time I feel like I felt like that. I felt you and who you are. And he said, nobody's ever said that to me before. And so it was this amazing moment where Prince and I actually got to exchange compliments. No, but it's great, because it's like, we both got to say shit to each other that no one has ever said to each other before, which is so rare. Like, how many people can be like, I said some shit to Prince that he never heard before? So, it's okay, but this is where it gets funny. So, even though we had this moment, apparently, like, Lindsay Lohan got rid of her entire entourage just so she could meet him. And same with, like, the Olsen twins and all these bitches. They were trying to meet him, and, like, his bouncer the whole night was like, no. He's a bitch. And so they were like, who the fuck is that bitch? Because they don't know who the fuck I am. So Prince wouldn't talk to anybody but me all night, which is amazing. But then, I gotta tell you, he said a couple things that were like super Prince that only Prince could say. And one of them was this. He's like, esthero, are you living in LA now? Because we're going to be having a bunch of funky parties up at the mansion. And you should come to some of these funky parties. We're going to jam.
Let's play bars.
And then, I swear to God, and he says it just like that, we're going to have funky parties. Who the fuck says funky party? So and then he says, what was the other thing he said? Oh yeah, he was like, this party's lame. We're gonna bounce. When we were done talking, this party's getting lame. We're gonna bounce. And like, just like that. And then, oh, and what's so weird is that, you know, have you guys seen that Jamie Foxx shit where he talks about how Prince is like a little doe, like a deer. Like he's like a bitch, like you just want to fuck him, like he's so cute. Yeah, well, that motherfucker is pretty, but he's a man, make no mistake. Prince is like uber feminine, but when he talks, when Prince speaks, there is no mistaking that he is a man. Like he is, I'd fuck it. Alright, I'll fuck it. So, okay, so this is the best part. So at the end of the night, he's like sitting down, and I'm gonna leave, because I'm wasted, and I'm like, can't embarrass myself anymore. And so, I go over to him, and he's sitting here, and I'm like, because he's sitting, and I get on my knees, and I'm like, do you have a cell phone or anything? Because, not because I wanted his cell phone number, because I would never have the audacity, but I was like, do you have a cell phone? Because I'll give you my number, because I'm here for a while, so let me give you my number. And he goes like this. He goes to reach, and then he stops, and then he looks at me, and he says, oh, I know how to find you. No, I'm not done. I know how to find you. I know exactly how to contact you. And I thought he was gonna like disappear into a puff of smoke. And even though he's like hardcore Jehovah's Witness, and I do my best not to swear around him, even though I'm a fucking trucker, I couldn't help it. I looked him dead in the face and I said, of course you do. You're fucking Prince. I know exactly how to contact you. We're gonna have some funky parties. Okay, what song are we on? Okay, so this was the song that I wrote with Prince, Bored, from the Black Eyed Peas. Does that fucking tie in? You know? Yeah. Woo! Don't let your wrist get sore. How many women here have a boy that they dream about that's their perfect man? And then you have a man in your life that's like perfect on paper and you love him, but you're not in love with him. This song is about that. This song is about being with somebody who is incredible, but there's nothing technically wrong with them, but you know that the man you want is not them. So don't settle for anything less than butterflies. I knew this at 3 years old that my lover, my king, would come to me. Yeah. So far he's been a no-show, but baby, you bet your bottom dollar that I still believe. And it's not like I'm lonely, cause I take the time to get to know myself and who I need to be and how to make my soul happy. So I'll be with you when he finds me, yeah. I could wait patiently for the boy in my dreams, but it seems like living my king is the man in my reality. And I ain't in no hurry, sugar, so why don't you ride with me? Cause I really love falling with you, baby. Yeah. No pressure. No pressure, baby. Sometimes I feel just like a fountain, but I always wanna be around him. And then I get to the face and I'm all alone beside him. And I don't know just what to do, and I am dreaming about you. I am lying next to him. Am I lying to myself again? Okay, think Michael Jackson, like second record. I could wait patiently, patiently, patiently. I could wait patiently.